Hello, I'm EnterElysium and welcome to Dyson Sphere program, looking at 3 mods that I find particularly useful. Now, first of all, you'll notice one very obvious thing here. Icarus is blue. And that is because of the first mod, Icarus Color Picker, which simply is a mod that creates a config file where you can edit your RGB value for your armor and also for your skeleton. But I've gone for blue because, you know, that's my color. That's it. That's the first mod. It's that simple. Now, the second one is this. You notice that obviously if you've played DSP much, you can only create 10 at a time of any item. If you try and go over that, it won't let you. Well, not anymore. We can go to 11. Actually, we can go far past 11. Like, we could go, you know, several hundred. This is the second mod, more replication. And effectively, it allows Factorio style shift click for 100, control click for 10, and also removes the limit. Now, this doesn't actually just give you stuff for free, allow you to craft more without the resources. Obviously, the limit's still there. If I hit Alt, it'll just take it to the max that we can create, which is 105. But it does allow you to quite easily queue up more stuff than you would normally be able to. For instance, I want to queue up 100 of these belts because Mark II belts are great. And suddenly you'll see we've got a load of gears being made, 200 motors, a few magnets, 100 magnetic thingamabbobs, EM turbines, and then 300 of the belts. And that's just going to do its thing. That is a great mod. It's that simple, and it adds a lot, in my opinion. What we might see is that a lot of these become core functionality in time. Just they are that good. And the third one, and this is the most important one in my view, is this. Can you see it? Max output. This is basically a bit of extra data on the overlay when you have vein distribution turned on. If you turn it off, it disappears. And it basically tells you, hey, with all the miners you've got attached, this is the speed at which you will output ore. Which is great, because I know that I can fill a Mark II belt 12.7 per second. If I delete a miner, 8.3. Delete another miner, 4.4. And this mod just is so very handy, because no longer do you have to count like how many ore veins you're touching, but you could just plonk down a few miners. Right, that's 4.4. 8.3. 12.7. Great. Mark II belt. And then you can go from there. You don't actually have to start counting, right? Well, that's 8. That's 7, so that's 15. That's 8, so that's 23. Plus our 10% that we've got at the moment in tech. Then obviously halved because you only get half a node per second. You don't have to do that. You can just look at this and be like, right, okay, max miner output, 12.7. Great. It's fantastic. I honestly want this to be core. I really want this to be core functionality. I'd also like core functionality to include when you mouse over like this for a little pop-up to be like, you're touching so many nodes. You don't have to count, but whatever. This is absolutely great. In fact, all of these mods I'm going to start using in my Let's Play. In fact, you may or may not have seen my Let's Play include these. I don't know when these videos are coming out, but they're fantastic. And they also don't add anything to the game, at least as far as I can tell, into your save file. Like, there's no new object being added. All it is the data overlay. This is effectively tweaking a color scheme, and obviously this isn't adding anything to the game by queuing up more text and stuff. Like, that's just allowing you to put more things into the data rather than actually storing anything in a save file. So in theory, it shouldn't break if the game does update. Now, that's in theory. It might not be the case. There is a possibility something could go wrong, so use at your own discretion, because obviously there's no official mod support right now as far as I can tell. And obviously the game is in very early access with changes all the time, so bear that in mind. However, these mods are fantastic. Like, I will just be using them. It makes things so much easier. So much easier. But if you want to know how to install these, they are available through the Dyson Sphere program mod portal, which is a thing that already exists. dsp.thunderstore.io. I'll try and remember to put a link down below. And I would just recommend using the R2 Modman, which is the mod manager. Download that, and then you can download these through there. The config for the mech, if you want to actually change the color of Icarus, you'll need to turn that on, turn the game on once to be able to generate the config file, and then from there you should be able to access the config file in the mod manager itself. The other two, pretty simple. You just turn them on and play. So if you want to go check that out, there'll be a link down below. If I have forgotten the link, remind me. But I'm going to leave the video here. Hopefully you've enjoyed. If you have, like, subscribe, comment. You know, liking and commenting really does help with the algorithm and stuff. And I really hope you found this useful. If you want me to do a little bit more coverage on mods, let me know. I really dig the fact that this is so quickly done and so well done. These are things that the game just needs, in my opinion. Well, maybe not necessarily the color of Icarus. That's me just being like, I can do this, so I have too much power. But being able to just queue up more stuff and being able, especially to do the miners, is just fantastic. Over at EnterElysium, I do have a Discord. If you want to go check that out, there'll be a link down below in the link tree somewhere. Go follow the link tree to the Discord. But until next time, stay shiny.